What's going on, guys? My name is Garrett here on the Jobless Gamers, and today we're here with Danny, the lead game designer for Watch Dogs. I'm here at an exclusive event. I was invited by Ubisoft, so let's jump into some questions you guys asked me on Twitter and on Facebook. With the first question, can you give us just a background of what players can expect from Watch Dogs?
Watch Dogs is an action-adventure game set in the open world of Chicago, in which you can use hacking as a tool, as a weapon. That's the essence of it.
So there was a lot of questions from users about the story of Watch Dogs. First, what inspired that story, and then what exactly happens that makes Aiden Pearce become who he is?
We don't want to spoil the game
of course,
but what I can say is Aiden Pearce is an anti-hero.
Okay.
And something wrong happened to his family because he did a mistake. And now he's trying to fix that. And through that journey, he gains access to all this technology, and it becomes a tragedy in a way because he knows too much. And through the player, the player sees all this information and he can use it. So it's that fantasy of surveillance. It's that what if question, right?
So I know that we actually had some game time to play the game, and so players have a choice, is that correct? Where they can choose either to become either like a really bad vigilante, is that correct? And then like a citizen type?
There's a reputation system, and essentially the game will tell you how you are playing.
Alright.
So if you're dangerous, if you're a criminal, or if you're a good guy, your reputation will change. And it's not a morality system, it's a feedback. So if you don't care about people and you're dangerous,
just killing pedestrians,
you will come on the news and they'll say, this guy, he's really dangerous, and then people will start recognizing you. And if you're a good vigilante, that means you're preventing crime and you're going after the criminals. It's active, you have to do it.
Are you commended? Like, oh, you're on the news, hey, Aiden Pearce just stopped a kitten from dying today. Is that ever on the news?
No, that part is not on the news, but people will talk about it. They'll look at you, hey, you're the vigilante guy, so you kind of create a legend through that. But it's just a feedback. We don't want to judge players. They play the game the way they want. And for example, if you hack a civilian and you see his personal information, the game will not judge it. It will not give you points to good or bad, because then you would maybe optimize it. We want you to make the choice, and only you will know what you did.
Okay, very cool, very cool. So another question I had many questions about, or people were asking me, was in regards to things that are able to do in the game. Now, I know there's, mini games. They're not called mini games. They're called digital trips. Digital trips. And right now there's 2 of them.
Yes.
Are there plans for more?
There's going to be more in the final game.
Okay, well, there you go, guys. You guys had questions about that. And then in regards to how this works against or works with other open world games, how does it compete? Like, how does it,
I mean, when you make a game, you want to achieve something. Us, it was density. We wanted these people to feel alive, to make it a little bit more personal. And actually, in all the civilians, you can unlock side missions. I mean, all the content, get their bank accounts, and something maybe you didn't see is sometimes a civilian will become a denunciator. That means he will call, we call them the bloom agents.
The bloom agents.
So he will call up and say, I've been hacked.
Oh no, I didn't run into that.
And then that puts a bounty on you, and then players from multiplayer, you're more valuable now, you can become a target.
I didn't run into any of that.
So the Living City, it's cool because the Living City is actually putting you as a target for multiplayer, for online.
That's really cool. And then you guys, in terms of your multiplayer, how many multiplayer settings do you guys have available? I know you have races, you have the FreeRoam, you have the trailing.
You have tailing, which is the fantasy of surveillance. Hacking, it's like a digital hide and seek. Races. We have team versus team online decryption mode, which is a PvP. 4 versus 4. We have free roaming, which is a bonus. Like, free roaming is just the city.
Are you able to do missions with friends free roaming, or is that just free roaming?
No, the free roaming is just the city. There's no rules, there's no gameplay mode. It's just for players to go in and have fun with friends, to experiment and create their own rules. We have the companion, which is a CTOS agent that's trying to stop you. So he
didn't play that one.
You didn't try
that one.
Okay. So that's also available, and all of these are seamlessly integrated in your experience. Basically, you're playing the story, but when you're in FreeRoam, you can decide to play these things the same way you would decide to play, say, digital trips, a side mission, chess, whatever.
Actually, let's jump into that really quickly. In terms of other mini games of like chess, poker, drinking games. What was the inspiration behind that? Was that just to have more for the player to do? Because I was told there's like hundreds of hours you can do in Watch Dogs, just unlimited. Even after the story, you have so much you can do. Yeah. So you guys added a bunch of things. So like, what are those things that what inspired that?
I mean, we want to give a lot of choice. We want to. Players are very different, you know. They're different in play style and in motivation, and it can change day to day. You might be in a bad mood and you want to go to combat, or today I feel relaxed, I'll go play chess. We want to offer all these choices to players, and obviously the D trips are the most wild.
Yeah, they definitely. You guys are definitely gonna love these digital trips. Like they're crazy. And the last question is, we actually got to see a version of, I guess, the mobile app. And the mobile app was integrated into the game like a multiplayer. Can you go into detail on what, I'm showing it on the screen now, what that was?
That's what I was mentioning earlier. It's the
C2S, the companion.
So basically one player on a couch or in a bus, he takes control of this city. So he can move the helicopter on you, he can spawn the police, and he can use all the technology to try to stop you. And it has its own progression, the player has his own progression, and the two are kind of competing. And it's always a choice, right? Somebody has to come in and challenge.
And they accept it.
Yeah, you have to accept it. So it can't just happen. So it's really, oh, I feel like doing that. I can request it, or your buddy can challenge you like on the couch.
That was some big questions, and I know in the community, people were asking, well, can anyone just jump in at any time into someone's game? And you have to accept it as Aiden Pierce for them to come in.
The invasions can happen as you're playing in FreeRoam, so never during the story. That's the kind of a hide and seek part I was talking about earlier, but there's a shield. So if someone comes in your game, no one can come in for a certain amount of time, and that shield will actually grow every time if you are not active in multiplayer. So the game is recognizing the player who says, I'm not into that, and will slowly kind of, I mean, it becomes very long, so he's out of the pool, and you can turn it off if you don't want to do it.
That's good. And one last thing, I know that a lot of players wanted to know the flawlessness or how things work, because in other games, you know, you'll have loading times, loading into online. What's the loading screen in that aspect of multiplayer like when you go from single player to multiplayer and then back?
It's the easiest way to say it is we merge sessions. So you're in your own game session, I'm in my session, and then we will merge together. We just need to hide the moment where we need to adjust. Like you could be in the middle of the day and it's sunny, and I could be in a storm. So we have to just hide that
sunny storm. No, just kidding.
We just have to hide that moment.
Yeah.
But it's very seamless. We hide that, you're together, and when you split, well, basically you continue.
Yeah, you just go your separate ways.
Yeah, with the
and I noticed that because it was so flawless. Like an example, me and the Saints fan were playing together, and then we just had to go back out to the single player to do some missions, and before you knew it, you were just in your own lobby by yourself, and you were just doing your own thing. So I think the game is beautiful. You guys will definitely like it. Thank you very much for your time.
My pleasure.
And I hope you guys look forward to Watch Dogs as much as I do. The game looked great playing it here at the Ubisoft offices, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys check out all the links in the description. Big thank you to you.
My pleasure.
And I'll see you guys next time with another video. Later, guys.